Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Alright, it is raining this beautiful day 2, whatever the hell this is. No, we haven't talked to anybody about tattoos. Can I talk to you for a minute about tattoos? Can I do that?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Oh, that weasel I visited, turned out he has one hell of a colonial mug collection. Yeah, he nods, rubbing his chin. The janitor who gave me the key to this apartment said the guy's a bit of an ass. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants. Yeah, it would be really bad if we got into an argument about it. Waste of a good noon. Or afternoon? Or night? He looks around, oblivious suddenly. Anyway, thanks for helping out, friend. Okay, so that's all we got there. We've not been able to talk to anybody about these tattoos. Weird. I don't know if this guy's... I mean, this guy clearly stole the dead man's clothes. Doesn't mean he killed him, though. Can I talk to you again?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Yeah, okay, so now we're talking to you again. Alright, let's turn in these bottles and whatnot. Don't know how many we have. Hopefully it's enough to actually get another night. Though, again, hopefully we don't need it. Alright, come over here. Insert bottles. 180. Okay, well, is enough. You're a richer man now. Just barely. Whole $1.68 or Real 68. More than we need, but that's about it. I don't think we have any other bottles to check out, but we, never know. Might as well keep the bag out, because the bag is out's the only way we're going to be able to identify them anyway. Oh, like, for instance, what the hell is that over there? Those bottles are... Oh, there's random money. Okay, sure. How about this guy? We talked to this guy really in detail yet? Let's see.
Looking for something?
That's right, the lorry driver. What was that argument all about? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of races, he spits on the ground. Not the most popular topic nowadays with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like the common sheep. Change the topic. The way he says it almost makes it sound like a threat. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. People who have studied these things say that we are superior by design, so naturally the Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merit in that. Alright. I can jump ahead. Oh, that's brilliant. Already made up my mind. Want to hear it? No. What else have you thought of? Possibly it's just racist trash. Lately, with Occidentals experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they start competing for resources. Okay. And? This concerns you, policemen, so you better be vigilant. The racist term start showing good game lately. Same with the okay. Breeding like rabbits. Okay. What is cultural victory? It's what they're going for right under our noses. And the others too on the radio. Dominate culture and how they plan. They win. They say so themselves. So you need to understand the danger of mixing races. Who knows what happens when people don't stay in their birthplace? Stay in their birthplace? You realize the cultural exchange needs that. Okay, never mind. This guy does not understand anything. Yeah. Not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't push your luck. Okay, so he's basically worthless. Okay, you should tell people to fuck off more often. Alright, that's probably true. Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. Let's do it. That's the spirit. Healed my morale for nothing, but there you go. Never forget, the whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower. I'm not sure that's a good idea either, but sure. Whatever. Alright, just occasionally hit tab, make sure we're not missing anything too horrible here. There's this guy. I think this is the only guy we were talked about the tattoos, maybe?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
No. Alright, we already asked him these questions. It's not getting good. Can't really do much with that here. Move on. We talked to the girl already. We already did that underneath the store, so we're good there. We're looking in the trash can. I'm kind of surprised this kid's still hanging out here. Is there any reason for that? We do the visual calculus again? I don't think so. Might as well look at it and see. Okay, sitting on the desk, Lieutenant Kisaragi fiddles with the pen and writes something on paper in front of him. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be here discussing the footprints. Okay, so we can only do that. Gotcha. Right, we can go through here again, but why? Already opened that door up. What do we need to do exactly? That is the wrong thing. We need to do this. Here we go. Oh, washing off the death smell might be a good idea. We also have this 2 signatures for, let's go wash off the death smell first before we do anything else. Let's at least be kind to, well, basically the world. And wash off the death smell first. We also have an interview to go on in here, which you haven't done. I believe there's a bunch of people over here we need to talk to, which we will do. Eventually. Let's go upstairs first. Do we have to shower or something to get the death smell? I have no idea. I've never had a death smell on me, so I have no idea what it takes to get rid of it. My guess is at the very least, copious soap. Alright. Bathtub at the very least. Maybe we need to, do a full wash. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Cute. It's not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you. Alright. Run yourself a bath. Bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. Undress, close your eyes, and submerge. Let's do it. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down among your flanks like sad duckies. You feel nice and lonely, and so tired. Take the beer cans out, please. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub, but it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them are cute enough to focus on. Alright, linger in the tub a little. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving. Alright, imagine something really quick. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Alright, conceptualization. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature. Alright, we can only imagine so much, so I think we can go ahead and get out. Oh, I got 30 experience for that. Nice. The waterline recedes as you stand. You're cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin. You didn't... Yeah. I never dry myself off properly. That's always a thing. Okay. And really, not much time passed. Got nothing else in here, right? Supposedly beer cans in there, but we can't pick them up, unfortunately. Alright, it looks like there's nothing else to do here. So, let's go downstairs. And I guess we'll do the interview with the guys over there. That's not actually on our quest list, but it is supposedly something we need to do. What is this? Summer door closed for the winter. That makes sense. You're definitely going to want some people to go through the winter door. Alright, what about you? We talked to you proper?
Just a moment, officer. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
He appears to be genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. Now then.
Alright, good day, ma'am. Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Oh, that is weird. Okay. What did you need the phone for anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them.
Huh.
I was all... Oh,
Oops.
forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with a friend, Gary, just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through a dense thickets of reed. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Thing is, this sounds like a missing persons case, and we are technically a cop. Alright, what is this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morrell is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down to the coast, across the waterlock, to set a few traps. He said to be back on Monday. She sighs. What could you be keeping them? Okay, who is Gary? Do you trust him? She smiles. Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day. Are they in a rough neighborhood? There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we never really had any trouble there before. She stops, then continues, worried. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there? Do it. Find him. This will surely lead to a mystery within that extremely rare insect. Okay, this does sound like police business, so I'll help you find your husband. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morrell. Alright. Is your husband some kind of scientist? Oh, yeah, she says with a pinch of pride. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise. Well, that would explain your title. What is cryptozoology? It's really just a subfield of zoology. One specializes in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species, called cryptids, is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research. She's completely internalized her and husband's struggles. They are her own. Might be better to wait to do this until these other ones pop up to give us a bonus. Alright, tell me more about Morrell. Looks, character, your relationship. Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. Okay, what does he look like? Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his poems are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world. Alright, let's try this again. If I were to meet him on the street, what would I look for? Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might even say wild. One other thing, he's likely to have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out on the reeds. You know, just in case. Alright, how long have you been married? We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Her smile is soft. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. How did the two of you meet? Via a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back to the scene after recovering from my accident, and he just divorced. We headed off, and, well, here we are. She smiles wistfully. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. Alright, let's move on from that. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. She catches herself. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae. No, I want to hear about the insect. Well, she hesitates. It's a phasmid, technically, but... Oh yeah, here comes the interesting. Where other plasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here in the Elysium coast. Okay. She looks at you in the eye, nods thoughtfully. Hence its name, the Elysium plasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering it with us, officer. Okay, what makes you think the phasmid is around here? Well, some teenagers making out in the reed saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like reeds. Gary sent this clipping. So newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have? Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Elysium phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking for. Okay, so is it dangerous? She chuckles to herself. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Because it's a predator and likes to eat your soul? But, okay. Is it valuable? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Does it have cool powers? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Her face lights up at the thought of it. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries even. Okay, what's so special about this stick bug then? Oh dear, I'm afraid not to explain this very well. It is very special. The woman's face flushes with embarrassment. Morrell can explain it all so much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure this is necessarily pertinent, but I suppose in the interest of full disclosure, I not noticed this about me, but actually, I've lost all memory of the world myself and I have no idea what I'm doing. She frowns, looking you over. Surely things that can't be that bad. You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. You know where we are, right? Well, we're in the Whirling Engaged cafeteria. That's right. Where's the Whirling itself located? In Revachol? Yes, indeed. We're in the fine city of Revachol. Honestly, I don't know anything about Revachol. Her gray eyes widen. Oh my. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. The city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead. Outside, spring rain seeps into the cracks into the walls and the cobblestone creeks, or streets, and into graded storm drains, all the way down to the sewers. Above ground, the first May bells blossom. I can tell this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? I mean, cop regime's not necessarily wrong. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Oh, sweetie, she smiles a smad style. It's really not. There used to be people who thought that way, other people who wanted those things, but they all went extinct. Revachol is a zone of control, led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly no dictatorship of the proletariat. Alright, if there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, that is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. Okay. What is the revolution you mentioned? We keep hearing it come up. A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of the archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. That was 42 years ago. Does that have any... What does that have to do with there not being any cops? It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain better. I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things, and how can I help you? Okay, who could tell me more? Someone more educated in these things than me? Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Rotten A's. We do. She's on a boat right now. But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while. Okay. She smiles up at you, but concern is creeping back into her expression. Totally fair. Okay, we did not get any bonuses for this right now. But as a white check, we can try this again. And we can always reload the game if we absolutely need to. So, how about we just leave this off for now. Save the game. Just in case we fail this, I don't have to do that whole conversation again. Alright.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
Alright. Maybe you can convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. Let's do it. There you go. Could you tell me about one, just one more interesting cryptid? The Insolutian Phasmin was great. I suppose you could use a break, and I could use a distraction. Alright, what's the biggest cryptid? That would be the Giant of Kokanur, she says, as if it's common knowledge. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across barren waste. What do you mean, strange light? A mirage, or Physogenius luminance. She does not elaborate the nature of this luminance further. How big is it? No one knows for sure. It's like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision. Is it dangerous? The towering lumosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana otherwise. Fate unimaginable. That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes. Great, this is great shit. You need more. Okay, what's the tiniest cryptid? Thought we'd agreed on just one cryptid, sweetie? Okay, yeah, alright. But this is so much more interesting than my real job. Your work must be quite frustrating. Alright, just one more. One or two more. The smallest cryptid is the Cryobacter catalinus, a unicellular bacterium. It was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Katla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mignon. Mignon? I don't know how to pronounce these things. Some 70 years ago. What's so special about it? The bacterial colony Mignon found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Mignon disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. Wait, she injected herself with it? Yes, the bacteria survived in the ice since times immemorial. It was not hard to see where she would have gotten the idea. I mean, there's an immortal and possibly invisible geologist wandering the world. Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became exceedingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she's been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryptobacter catalinus coursing through her bloodstream. Okay. This has been educational, sadly we need to discuss something else. And that's it. Okay. So now we're looking for her husband. Well, we gotta go to the fishing village anyway. And we should also, you know, do this whole mystery about the whole dead guy. Alright. Why are you guarding the door, lady?
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener.
No, I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
She crosses her arms. I mean, she doesn't, but okay.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The district of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It's a little quiet now, isn't it? We'll turn it back up. You're sure Easy Leo mentioned something about a lawyer Elizabeth someone, but you're too dumb to remember what it was. Oh, we failed the logic check. Alright, what's your role in all this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? Alright, what if I want to talk to you and not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. And Martinez, you are no one. I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it. Okay. Why are you so aggressive? I'm being aggressive? She raised her eyebrows. Listen, you moral Linturnian lackey. You're part of a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revocol. 20 fat men in the Oxen are stealing it all, and you are their bodyguard. Fuck yeah, the tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. So, ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Okay. Actually, I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the Union's plans? Look, a comedian. Her expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions. Think it out of Martinez. I'll talk to Titus then. Alright, so... Yeah, I did turn down the voice work because I thought it was too loud, but now it's a little bit too quiet. So bump you up by 1 step. There you go. Alright, let's save the game. New save, please. And let's talk to Titus here. I'd almost prefer if Kim was here, but you know what? There's only so much we can do. Look at that stuff over there. Hawthorne bushes outside. I don't know the significance of that. Alright. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns, and Union placards. Okay. We talk to any of these guys? No. We can look outside. I don't know. Behind the dockwork, there's a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. The men are talking, but you swear you hear those black limbs tap on the window as the wind blows outside. Ooh, very low. It's not time yet. Mysterious door scene, which doesn't help me. Squint. There's a little side panel up there that lets some air in. No need to open it. It's spring. It's too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Something you just know there's something out there behind the glass. Revert your grays. There's nobody to talk to right now. Kim is gone, and I kind of wish I hadn't sent him away. Alright, let's talk to the Titus here.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points to you with the beer can and talks really loud. Let's not say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Looks like this guy over here. Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
Little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We need to talk about the man hanged out back. Well, he was hanged out back. I guess he's not there anymore.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get all ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. The man hanging in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? Takes a sip of his can. You really love talking about him. Okay. I've spoken to the head of the union. Everett? Yes, him. And what did he tell you? His eyes narrow. That we killed him? That we took a cargo boat from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? He looks you dead in the eye. Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well. So you just confessed to murder? Goddamn right No, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. So you guys just murdered him like that? No remorse? How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorseful about them? Guessing that's the chair. As in electric chair? Okay. Or sent them to your reunion to rot for 20 years for life. He says it if it was worse than dying. I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. Doesn't remember them, the rat-faced man shouts. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus? Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head, that's for sure. He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. Alright, who called the shots? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. I mean, let's be honest, that's a little tempting. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? Let's certainly ignore her. Let's ignore her. No, but seriously, who calls the shots? Who do you think does? He sounds more amused and angry. Well. Well, Everett Clare runs the union. He answered him, right? You keep him the fuck out of this, he leans towards you. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everett runs the union. I run the Hardy Boys. When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, the woman adds, he means in an administrative capacity. One that might night everyone acted as one man. Yeah, she's trying to cover here, but it's not not a good cover. Alright. When did the hanging incident occur? You don't have to keep answering your question. Spacer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. Alright, how long have you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gives him a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago, when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? By Pines cow, you mean Joyce, the negotiator for the Wild Pines? No, he stresses. I mean the Pines cow, the stupid-ass cow they sent to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting to say. Would you ask her hard enough? That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Okay. How did you kill him? We hanging him up by his neck till he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Didn't they teach you anything at cop school, idiot? You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not to put up with this backsass. They'll run a knockdown observation. We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to a tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. Then we left him for the seagulls, maggots, and you fucks. They're definitely not quite right here, but we do not have composure for this. So red check can never be done again. And there's enough of them to overpower him, it's fine, but where did it happen? Right fucking here. He looks around. Fucker prancing here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him. Titus lets the other clear out the details, until he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much. Okay. You might be lying. I'm not surprised by that. Let's see if we can get an extra bonus by asking this question. How? With numbers, asshole. How do you think? He looks at the woman. You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here. No, he hasn't. Not yet. Okay. Even chance. I like our chances here. Let's try it. Fuck. Okay. Well, there's fidgeting, cracking under pressure. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hope up. Alright. Other questions, please. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was a worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line in my town. So he's a mercenary, that's it? And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaws clamped shut like a vice. Okay, what kind of merc? Kind of shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Origines Special Forces. A live grenade. The man spreads his arm. Right here in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent for the Wild Pines. They hired merc shit like that, story of every strike from here to Semar. Hold on, how do you even know he was Special Forces? Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said it. I'm an Origines goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all. Really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Origines paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. He points to the stage, like some kind of animal. Okay, right, but what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? He roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill someone as a warning. He wipes spittle from his mouth. There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. They kill us all if we didn't open the gates. We don't let the scabs in. If we don't bend over. Cracks his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Starting to come here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke. Right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? Yeah, this girl's on the mic. Beautiful girl. Young. Gets in the second verse of Lover Lake. Fucker grabs your leg. Starts screaming. Okay, show me your cunt. Okay. Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. Was the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl up before anything else can happen. Yeah, me and you, Jane, got her out. You fucking listening? Okay, but who did you rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in. Alright. Okay. Gonna ask for one last time. Who did the dead man rape? Titus, do not answer. You've been forthcoming enough. Fuck off, cop. He does take the advice. She's gone through enough without you harassing her, too. She doesn't need more embarrassment. Embarrassment? That's idiotic. I need to talk to her. What you need is to get the fuck out of my face. You hear the aluminum crack in his palm as he squeezes the beer can. I've had enough of explaining to you fucks. He's dead. It's done. The woman turns to you calmly. As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but what follows is a slow headshake. It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back. Okay. So, how does the whole bullet in his head factor into this? Huh? Sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier. How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe? Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. This line of questioning is over. The woman steps in before you can answer. You got the cause of death already. Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination. Okay. He was surprised by it, though, but... someone else heard the shot, though. It's very strange. Alright. Why don't I just arrest you? Yeah, lawman. Takes a step closer as well, fixing the ball stop. Why don't you? Not in the arresting mood? His mean little eyes come alive with hatred. Fearful readiness, like an electric charge, raises hair in the room. Well, the thing is... I mean, this is like that murder mystery where, you know, everyone did it. Effectively, you know, like there's this man in a room. The room goes dark. And then when the lights come back up, he's dead. And it turns out like 7 people shanked him because they hated him. It's kind of like that, except only 2 perpetrators instead of, you know, 7. There's this guy as the ringleader, and then whoever actually shot him, which is what actually killed him. So really it's the guy, I mean, okay, it's the old, there's an old thought experiment that lawyers have to go through. There's an apartment building, say 70 floors high, right? Guy decides to commit suicide or is otherwise pushed off the edge of the building. And he goes right by this window on, say, the 20th floor. So the guy is gonna die, right? He's gonna hit the ground, he's gonna pancake, he's gonna be over. However, on the 20th floor, someone discharges a firearm, shoots the guy as he's falling past the window. The question to the lawyers in training is that manslaughter? And the answer is yes, because the unlawful and irresponsible discharge of the firearm could have hit somebody else who was not, you know, possibly at imminent death. There could have been a miraculous save on the 19th floor. There's no way to tell. So, by discharging the firearm in a reckless manner, the person who did that is guilty of manslaughter, even though the person was going to die anyway. So technically, we should arrest these guys. We should arrest everybody. But we have a reality of a situation right here, which is that if we try to do this, we're likely fucked. I'm taking you in. Look, cop. Titus opens his vest, revealing a holstered firearm. I know you think you're just doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and just 1 of you. The bore's the size of your eye. I can almost see the stars. You're under arrest. The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. Impossible to say where it comes from. And we're dead. Body of a police officer found floating in the canal. The police officer was pursuing a murder investigation that caught up in the dock worker strike and was subsequently gunned down under unclear circumstances. Such needless loss of life is truly tragic, local union leader Everett Clare commented, adding that although the event is truly horrid, some incidents will follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around unchecked, attempting to wiggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods. Okay, well that didn't work. That didn't work. We have to do all this over again. On the upside, we do get a chance at that check again. And also... did we... Hold on. Options menu. Because then suddenly their voices just came in really loud, didn't it? Let's drop them down 2 notches. I know that's a little insane. Here, do this.
This is where you say your bit.
Hey, dipshit.
What? Is he fucking kidding?
Hey, asshole, up here.
You hear that, boys? You don't get to tell me.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Okay. So we did do a scan the room instead of our regular approach, just to see if we got something else. The boys are too eager to please him to get their mouth shut. You're going to get a good head count here. Just wait. Spoke with the Hardy boys. He spoke with Titus Hardy. Shouts the scrawny, bright, rough-faced man. 2 teeth missing in the front. Relax, Dennis. No one's fucking you yet, says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck. I have no idea what the hell a plectrum is. Yeah, Dennis, calm down, one man in 30 agrees. No one's fucking you stupid fuck. Let Dennis enjoy his fucking man. We don't mind. You notice gang tattoos. The man must be either Mescu or Samazirian. Yeah, fat guy in the middle lets out a little chuckle. You're not even being fucked, Dennis. Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around. Okay. Got a pretty good picture. Picture of what? I have the actors here. You can take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene compared to the guys. Ooh. Nice. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so we already did that. I'm in the backyard. Let's see. I've spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult fashion. Might as well go ahead and just go full weirdo. That is fucking bizarre. A magic man, a goddamn magician, shakes his head. Honestly, the occult... No, okay. He said love didn't win. Well, fortune teller. Squints at you, assessing your sincerity. You might be onto something. They don't just end up in trees for nothing. Holy shit, they actually got something there for that. There's a speck of truth in there for him. You accidentally touched something. Okay. Why was there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Yes. Why? Because we took it from the harbor where we worked, and we went out back and used it to hang him. As they speak, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it. We did this. Yeah, okay, all together. She just confess. Goddamn right. Except no, she doesn't. No remorse. There's so much. And who called the shots? And who does call the shots? Actually, let's address Elizabeth this time. One of them was more complicit. As for the courts and the in to decide not for the officer making an arrest, which you all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report. They don't want you back at the station, do they? Especially not without my badge. Okay, when did it occur? Last Sunday night. Okay, how long have you known him? They're insulted by that. And Joyce, of course, has something to say about it, supposedly. Why? And something bad happened. Got it. How'd you know Special Forces? He really did just say he was gonna fuck you all, which is weird, but okay. And he grabbed someone and raped them, but we're probably not gonna get anywhere with that again, right? Yeah, not gonna work. Okay. We try. You talk to the victim, please? Nope. Okay, not gonna happen. Alright, then how'd you kill him? Yeah, okay, they tried to do that. Didn't muffle him. Yeah, just overpowered him, but it didn't exactly work. He was a trained killer, then how did you manage to overpower him? with numbers, and that's it. Okay. Where did the overpowering happen? Happened right here. Which is weird, right? Because there would have been the sound of a gunshot. Does seem weird. Things aren't quite right. Let's try this roll again. Oh, just keep on doing it. No. Alright. And we could keep trying for that. Hold on. Let's keep trying for that one. Because that's even every time. I hate doing this because it's such a long conversation tree. And especially since this is going to be really loud. Does the options reset every time? No, looks like it's pretty much where it should be. Alright. So this is going to be loud
This is where
again.
you say your bit.
Hey,
What is he?
hey, asshole.
You hear that? You don't get to...
You might want to start asking your questions now.
Okay,
It's
do
not
this
going
again
to
because it
get
is
better than
useful.
this.
Alright, and... Alright. Did you do it? Let's see. Spoken to the dead man. Loved it him in. Container belt. Okay. Enforce the law? Okay. Nope. Alright. Who called the shots? One of those more complicit, but they don't agree. Hanging incident, yada yada. And the victim, which is insulting, but it gives us a chance to talk to Joyce. We get this conversation again. I know his special forces because he said so. He had other stuff that was really bad. He grabbed someone. Possibly raped somebody, but they don't want to tell me who. And it's pretty much over. I need to talk to the victim, but that's not going to work. And how did you kill him? Which is not necessarily true. So they say they overpowered him, but I don't think it happened here. It doesn't sound right. There we go. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but... Alright. Who's cracking under the pressure? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough and he'll crack. There's something you're not telling me. Fuck off. Okay. This one's a Stonewall. You won't get any more about him at the night of the murder. Not yet. Okay, turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there? No. He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from the sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look how fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. Fuck off, Shanky. Big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle. Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. Alright, other questions about the hanging? How does the bullet in his head factor into this? He's surprised, which is fine. Except now... Did we do this out of order? Because we can't talk to him. That's the guy right there who we need to talk to. Alright. It's not going to work. Because otherwise he'll just shoot me and that's not going to do it. What are we going to do now? Nothing. Her reply comes short. Your investigation here is done. You should go back to Jamrock, to your station where you belong. Yeah, run home, lonely runt-a-got. He grabs another beer. Real law officers, official done with you. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Runt-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as an equal. Forget about other games. You mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now. Maybe? Okay, you still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head? You still on about a bullet? Taps the back of his head. A bullet in the hangman's head. You're right, copper. That is mighty curious. Truly curious. If you hanged him, how did he get there? Gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in the world and so many heads. He sighs deeply. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads. It's bound to happen again, you know. Taps on his right temple. Just statistically speaking, of course. I'm going to ask you it again. Why was this, show him the evidence bag, in the victim's head? Wow. Little man leads in Inspector Leaden Blossom. He's got a real evidence bag and all. Why don't you go home and log in evidence? These men have told you what happened. Well, I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Do you know what I think? He raised his finger. I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet. Around the bullet, man. Elaine pinches the root of his nose. That's a good one. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this. Did you guys shoot him? Shit. He throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk. Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober. I meant before he was hanged. Before? After? During? She spreads her arms. This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time. I'll figure this out sooner or later. Alright. Strange reaction to the bullet. We can talk about the hanging again. That's just going to get us into, yeah, this again, which is not going to happen. Me and Everett talk. He promised you to cooperate. Oh, so you want to talk to my mommy. Now she's making me play with you? Is it like that, lawman? And what's going to happen if we don't? You going to go and tell on us? Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right? Yeah, I heard him. What the fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly. Capo clears his throat and declares, "Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, the Hardy Boys. How may I assist you?" Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. The guy is a born leader. Alright. Okay, now we have a really good chance to do this. Let's try it. Oh! 83% and no? Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go back. I'm going to reload the game. We're going to stop at the point before we, or just after we threaten to arrest him. Save the game. Try this check again. And that's what we're going to pick up next episode. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Disco Elysium. I'm Piece of the Universe, you're Piece of the Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.